nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We want to welcome everyone, and at this point, we will start our special recognition.
Yes, Madam Chair. Tonight we have several students and 7 schools to be recognized for their recent accomplishments. And so I'd like to start with our student marching band. She was one of only 40 students selected for flags and dancers this year. This marks the second straight year that the Newton County school system has been represented in the National Thanksgiving Day Parade. Last year, 2 students from Eastside were selected to perform in the band. Congratulations, Katie, Beth. We saw you and we were very proud of you. Many of us DVR'd so we could go back and look at it again and look at it again. Next, I'd like to recognize our talented student artists whose artwork was selected for my annual holiday card, which you see displayed. What you don't see is that on the outside is one, and then on the inside is another. And this was I'm supposed to select one. You see how good I was at doing that, right? Last year was the first year I used student artwork on the holiday cards, and I cannot begin to tell you how many compliments I received from everybody who received one. So I put in the same request for student artwork again this year, and I can assure you that I was definitely not disappointed. I received dozens and dozens of excellent pictures to choose from, and although I planned on selecting just one winner, I just couldn't do it. The pictures were just too good not to use more than one. I ended up selecting 11 pictures to be showcased on 6 different cards. So it's like when you go to the store and you buy a card collection, and when you look in there, there's 6 different cards. So that's what we have instead this year. I'd like to take this opportunity to publicly recognize the students who created the designs for my card. When I call your name, please come forward to accept your certificate from Mrs. Coggs.
Isabel.
You have Isabella's? Yeah, hers.
Inside.
Oh, okay. No, she had, okay. They have it back there in the back, but
Okay.
just
You
for
want
the
to
purpose
show.
of everyone to see what Isabella's artwork looked like on the inside of the card. Good job. Stephanie Juarez. Stephanie is a 5th grader at Fairview Elementary
This is
School.
this one. It's the cover.
The cover of this one. Parker Dial. Parker is a 5th grade student at Newton County Theme School at Fickwit, and he's the inside of that card. Bree Wharton. Bree is a 6th grader at Cousins Middle School.
It's the cover here.
Riley Patterson. Riley is the cover on this one, and Riley is a 9th grade student at Alcovey High School. Melina McCullough. Melina is a 10th grader at Alcovey High School. Melina. She's this one. This is Melina's. Of this particular card. Demetria Coffey. Demetria is an 11th grade student at Newton High School, and she is responsible for the exterior, the cover of this card. Brittany Pruitt. Brittany is a 12th grade student at Alcovey High School, and she is the front cover of that card. Samantha Temple. Samantha is a 12th grader at Eastside High School, and she is responsible for the exterior of this card. Sean Davis, who is a sixth grader at Cousins Middle School, also submitted winning artwork, but he was not able to be here this evening due to a prior commitment, and this is, he is on the inside of this one. Congratulations and thank you to each of you for creating the artwork for our holiday cards. Before you leave this evening, students, you can pick up your artwork, which is displayed at the back table, because I think some of our parents hadn't even seen the artwork that the students created while in school. So you get to keep those, and we also have a card back there for you to take with you. The card... Finally, tonight I would like to recognize several of our schools for their outstanding accomplishments with their positive behavioral interventions and support programs, also known as PBIS. PBIS is an evidence-based, data-driven framework proven to reduce disciplinary incidents, increase the school sense of safety, improve school climate, and support improved academic outcomes for all students. The state has recognition levels for PBIS schools, including the term installing, emerging, and operational. For the 2014-15 school year, the state recognized recognized Cousins Middle School as an emerging school of our 6 schools and other 6 schools as operational. An emerging PBIS program has developed a minimum of 6 to 10 of the PBIS critical elements and has data to reflect that office discipline referrals or suspensions are declining or have stabilized. The state has recognized Cousins Middle School as a 14-15 emerging school. I'd like to ask Cousins Middle School Principal Dr. Makiba Clark to come forward with any members of your PBIS team in attendance to accept your certificate of recognition. Cousins Middle School PBIS coach is Morgan Gay. Congratulations, Cousins Middle School. And attendance rate stabilizing and or increasing. Principals, when I call your name and school, please come forward with your PBIS coach and any other leadership or PBIS team members in attendance to accept your school certificate from Mrs. Coggin. Middle Ridge Elementary School. Dr. Forehand had a prior engagement, so he is being represented tonight by his assistant principal, Mrs. Rhonda Battle. Middle Ridge's PBIS coach is Jessica Harris. Let's congratulate Middle Ridge Elementary. Thank you very much. Clements Middle School and Principal Joy Warren. Clements Middle School's PBIS coach is Tiffany Dean. Congratulations to Clements Middle School. Congratulate Indian Creek Middle School. Ms. Time is not here. Any other members of your team? All right. Dr. Mallard is here to accept their certificate. Liberty Middle School and Principal Keisa Taylor. Liberty's PBIS coaches Courtney Randall, and congratulations to Liberty Middle School. Veterans Memorial Middle School and Principal James Peak. Veterans Memorial's PBIS coach is Rhonda Turner. Let's congratulate Veterans Memorial Middle School. We have Assistant Principal Jeannie Rachels with them. And while these two individuals do not receive certificates from the state, I would like to recognize Ms. Donna Hooper and Ms. Christine Peebles. They're in the back of the room. Please stand. You can tell by how red they are. They do not like this, I'm doing this. But at the end of the day, these two women have dedicated more hours, time, life, their whole, everything that they have to ensuring that our schools are successful in the implementation of their PBIS programs. They attend meetings, they offer suggestions, they act as a liaison between the state and the schools, and they keep us really focused on moving our PBIS schools forward and adding PBIS schools to the mix. They've actually, we've got Miss Amy Cumming who's joined their team, but at the end of the day, you too should be commended for your hard work and dedication because you really are an example to the state on the work that you've put in to ensure we are successful. So thank you very much. Madam Chair, this concludes the recognition portion of tonight's meeting.
All right, well, thank you. Now is the time. If you have other things you... Oh. I think you scared him.
Sure. Sure. And Joy is a former student. So. Yes.
Oh, well, congratulations.
And where are you? You're in school now, right? Yep. Yep. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Do you need us to get together or scoot the cards together, or?
What do you want us to do? Just to, okay.
Put the card together. Stand up, I guess.
She probably has to get us.
Yeah, she needs us to get a little closer. Stand.
Okay.
Grab
Oh, grab the card.
I'll hold one of those.
Your day today too. Oh, we hold?
You want to hold?
Now I'm gonna sit that one up here. Okay.
Oh,
Oops.
this is not a good
We gotta
idea.
move the queen chair.
Oh,
Well, that one won't stay.
it's gonna be yours.
Okay.
Thank
I have a
you.
double chin in them.
Oh, goodness. Oh, got it.
Second.
Second. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Approval of our minutes. Do we have a motion to approve tonight's minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Superintendent's reports. Dr. Lockhart.
Yes, Madam Chair, Superintendent's reports. I'm going to start with the operations report. Just a few items to highlight. Under business and finance, the school system SPLOS 4 distribution is $905,589, which is an increase of $2,793 from last month's collection. The average for the first 10 months of the SPLOST 4 collections is $902,301. The monthly average for SPLOST 3 was $881,483. The October TAVT collection was $38,367. Under maintenance and operations, maintenance received 817 work requests in November 2015. 667 have been completed. There are 150 remaining work orders in progress. School transportation, the average per gallon cost for diesel fuel purchased during November was $1.95. I'd like to draw your attention to school nutrition. Item 2, in November, there were 111,000 breakfast meals that were served. And in item 3, a total of 235,000 lunches were served in November. Item 4 under school nutrition, the nutrition department featured Georgia-grown butternut squash on the lunch menu at all grade levels this month. Nutrition education signage was displayed on the lunch menu at all grade levels. It all went over with them, but again, I'm glad to see it was successful. Next item to bring to your attention under capital projects. A project meeting for the Eastside High track and field renovations was held on December the 1st, and they're moving quite along. The project is currently 85% complete, and there are pictures there, so it looks like that project is moving in a positive direction. And that concludes the operations report, unless there are questions.
All right, do we have any questions for Dr. Lockhart on operations? I don't believe so. So would you like to move on to curriculum and instruction?
Yes, ma'am. Curriculum instruction technology. The first thing to bring your attention, item 2. 14 elementary and middle school VEX IQ robotics teams competed in their first competition of the year on November 10th, 2015. The event was a huge success. The following awards were taken home by the following schools. The Middle School Excellence Award was given to Newton County Theme School. Teamwork Championship Award was given to Liberty Middle. Programming Skills Award, Newton County Theme School. Robot Skills Award, Clements Middle School. Judges Award, Indian Creek Middle School. STEM Research Award, Newton County Theme School. Again, just really proud of the work that our schools are doing when you look at STEM and robotics type of projects. So we really are pushing forward in those areas. On page 2, item 5, just to bring to your attention, the technology department hosted an innovation tour on November 17th. As you may know, we do this quite a bit. In this particular event, there were 60 attendees, including from Baldwin County, everyone's attention. On page 3, item 12, Mainstay, West Newton Elementary, Flint Hill Elementary, Live Oak Elementary, Fairview Elementary, Livingston Elementary, Porterdale Elementary, and Alcovey High School had their PBIS teams participate in the final 2 days of PBIS training on November 3rd and 4th. And each school hosted off a big PBIS kickoff for their students, faculty, and staff. And there's a picture here of Flint Hill, for example. They recognized their first group of PBIS winners on November 13th. And it's most appropriate because, again, this evening you recognize the first cohort and you see the work that they've done. Hopefully this time next year you have twice as many schools that are in the emerging operational status with PBIS. Item 13. The district suicide prevention team comprised of Ms. Wavette Zielinski, George Hutchinson, Letitia Ray, Francis Howard, and Ron Butler have begun redelivery of the state-mandated suicide prevention protocol. All school personnel must be trained as required by House Bill 198. 2 other items to bring to your attention. They're on page 4. Item 22. Middle Ridge Elementary hosted a STEM Day Friday, November 6th, and I actually went by to see it. It was quite a sight to see. Every student was engaged in STEM activities over the course of the entire day, and kudos to that staff for making that event a success. Item 23, last item of report, the NCSS robotics teams have 2 more competitions in Newton County before heading to the state tournament later in the year. Future tournament dates are set for January 23rd at the College and Career Academy.
Answer those requests is parallel with the force.
Let me read item 7 aloud if you don't mind. Through the month of November, the Technology Department resolved 12,495 work orders. As the chart illustrates, in the last 6 years, the workload of the Technology Department has increased by 64%. So what you're seeing, again, the more technology we have, the more maintenance, upkeep, support that's needed in order to make sure that we take care of that. We have a pretty strong technology department, and again, as we continue to grow, then we'll reevaluate as needed.
So you're saying that we are comfortable? with
No
that?
one is comfortable, but I would say we are able to maintain. We're maintaining, but again, as we move further into the technological age, as Newton County continues to be a leader of technology and innovation, we will continue to have conversations to make sure that we can support the infrastructure.
Okay, I'm concerned because I know there's a lag between adding force and getting them up to speed
Yes,
to
sir.
support us.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just concerned, based on my experience, that we don't wait to the last minute,
Yes, sir. Understood.
and that's my concern.
Point taken. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Great, thank you. Enrollment report?
Enrollment report. As of December 2nd, we're sitting at 19,709 students. This same time last year, 19,699. So that's an increase over last year by 10 students. Yes, Madam Chair. I'll be handling all items A through F this evening, all of which, of course, require board action. Item A is the requested board action relative to the approval of the I-Squared strategic waiver application. The superintendent recommends the approval of the I-Squared application, the assurance form resolution, and attached exhibits for submission to the Georgia Department of Education. And again, this is in relation to the presentation we had at our public hearing today at 5:30.
All right, thank you. Is there any questions? Do we have a motion to approve item A?
So move.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second, regrettably.
All right, do we have any conversation? If there are none, if there is none, excuse me. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, it's passed. Moving on to item B.
Item B, 2016-17 school calendar. The superintendent recommends approval of the attached 180-day student, 190-day teacher calendar for the 2016-17 school year. Just a little bit of background. A representative from each school, along with school and district level administrators, was solicited to develop the 16-17 school year calendar. The committee met and was polled in an effort to produce the attached calendar option, which reflects 190 teacher days and 180 student days. February 20th through 24th, 2017 are designated as make-up school days if the school system is impacted by inclement weather or other unforeseen events leading to school closure. If inclement weather or other unforeseen events do not occur, the
All right, any discussion?
Do we, Madam Chair, if I might, do we, and the board feel like we've discussed it enough? I mean, we ready to move on with this calendar? Or do we feel like we've listened enough?
I do.
Mhm. I'm fine with it at this point. I've had my questions answered prior to the meeting.
I think, for me, yeah, I think just moving forward, if, because it seems like, I guess from the school level, some people come back and ask us questions about the school calendar, but each school should have a representative. And so I think just if the teachers staff are informed of who their representative is that is on the calendar committee, I'm fine with that moving forward.
All right. Well, with that said, do we have a motion to approve item B?
So moved.
So moved, and it's been seconded, so all in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on, item C.
Item C, renewal of contract for maintenance and repair of kitchen equipment. Superintendent recommends the annual renewable contract award to Beam Enterprises of New Bern, Georgia for maintenance and repair services of kitchen equipment be renewed for an additional contract period. The effective date of the renewal will be December 18th and the expiration date will be December 17th, 2016.
All right, any questions for Dr. Lockhart? There are none. Do we have a motion to move on item C?
So moved.
It's been first. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Contract period. The effective date of the renewal will be December 18th, and the expiration will be December 17th, 2016.
Okay. Are there any questions about item D? If there are none, do we have a motion
So move.
to approve item D? It's been moved by Mr. Johnson.
Second.
Second by Mr. Edwards. Any discussion? All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, item passes. Item E.
Item E, surplus property. The superintendent recommends the attached items be declared surplus and disposed of per board policy DO.
All right. Do we have a motion for item E?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Johnson. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Ms. Henderson Baker. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, item F.
Item F, superintendent requested the board approve the personnel recommendations made during executive session.
All right, do we have a motion to approve item F?
So move.
First by Mr. Johnson, second by Mr. Edwards. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Passes. All right, any other matters of interest?
Yes, Madam Chair, just to announce that with your approval of item F, I'm pleased to announce the appointment of Ms. Rhonda Battle as principal of Middle Ridge Elementary School. Ms. Battle holds a Bachelor's of Science in Early Childhood Education from Albany State University in Albany, Georgia, a Master's in Early Childhood Education from the University of Georgia, and a specialist degree in educational instructional leadership from Augustine University. And in the Newton County School System, Ms. Battle has served as a first and third grade teacher, grade level chair, after-school program teacher, and a math content specialist. Ms. Battle currently serves as the assistant principal for Middle Ridge Elementary School, and she was here just a minute ago. Does anybody know where she went? So we could look. She's out here. Okay, we'll bring her back in. Ms. Battle has been instrumental in fostering a culture of high expectations at Middle Ridge Elementary School and is committed to the success of the students and staff. She will provide leadership and support necessary to ensure teachers and students reach their very best potential. I look forward to the future at Middle Ridge Elementary School under the direction of Ms. Battle. The sky is the limit. So Ms. Battle is on the crutches in the back of the room. Congratulations, and thank you very much for agreeing to accept the position. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other matters of interest from board members?
I want to say one thing. And I know I'm not supposed to do this. This is my last board meeting.
Yes, that's
as all
right.
of you know, and I just want to thank you all and tell you how much I've enjoyed working with all of you and working in the school system.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Ms. Kathy.
We wouldn't be where we are without you. All right, yes, we will miss Miss Kathy back there in the back taking our notes and keeping us in line.
And
But
let
I-
our replacement know that I call in the middle of the night when I'm away.
Yeah.